What's going on, my beautiful fragrance family? Hope each and every one of you are doing fantastic today, and welcome back to My2Scents. My name is Brian, and this is the channel about helping boost your confidence through the art of fragrance and becoming a lasting scent memory. Alright, got a great episode for you today. We have a brand new fragrance from My2Scents Parfums. Now, My2Scents Parfums is created by a YouTuber. That's right, Mr. Niche Guy, James Berry. And James Berry is definitely doing some special things with his brand. I've been thoroughly enjoying every single fragrance that I've gotten from My2Scents Parfums. They're unique, they're very well blended, and James is using a lot of natural ingredients. That's his stick, because he don't want no scrubs. And he ain't chasing no waterfalls. Now, the fragrance we'll be talking about today is 30, or XXX. He created this fragrance for his 30th birthday, and I'm gonna have to go ahead and say happy belated birthday to James Berry. Never met the guy. I do watch his channel, and I have enjoyed everything that I've watched from Mr. Niche Guy. He obviously reviews a lot of niche fragrances, pretty much only niche fragrances. And if you're a fan of this channel, you probably know that I love my niche fragrances, and I love my indie niche fragrances. But before we get into the fragrance review, I just want to thank all of the fragrance family for the continued love and support. You guys are freaking amazing. And if you are new to this channel, then I would like to welcome you to join this fragrance family by hitting the subscribe button down below. While you're down there, hit that notification bell so that you stay in the know every time I'm posting new content. Throw me up some of those likes, guys, because it helps me get my 2 cents out there. And drop me some comments down below. Have you tried anything from My2Scents Parfums? Let me know. Drop me a comment down below. But with all that out of the way, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get into, yep, no more Mr. Nice Guy. No more Mr. Clean. They say he's sick, that he's obscene. Whiffs and sniffs. All right, let's go over the box and the presentation real quick. Now, My2Scents, I do like his simplistic box presentation. All right, you got a little sticker back here. It says My2Scents Parfums on the front. You open it up, and I do love this nice satin lining that it's in. Nice gold satin lining. Reminds me a lot of bortnikoff fragrances. Bottle is quite simplistic, and I like that. He changed these bottles up not too long ago, probably about a year ago. Nothing on the bottom, and then it says My2Scents on the cap. All right, and that's the presentation. Pretty simplistic, still looks classy. I enjoy it. This is a 30 ml bottle, Extrait de Parfum. Now let's get spraying and let's get to whiffing and sniffing. So I don't know the note breakdown. The reason it's sprayed right off the bat, I did do an unboxing and a reel for Instagram right before this, but I will say this, I have smelled it because I accidentally sprayed myself right in the face while recording that, which I actually wish I had a camera showing myself spraying myself in the face, but I don't. So here we go. So this is a very interesting fragrance. Now I do know this is an oud composition, and he created this for his 30th birthday. All right, I'm getting kind of a sour sweetness up top. It's really nice. And okay, so this brings back a scent memory. And I know this is going to sound weird, okay? But have you guys ever tried frog jam? Let me know in the comments down below. Frog jam is fig, raspberry, orange, and ginger jam. And I'm kind of getting that vibe here. I mean, I get the oud kind of right off the bat, and it's not animalic, but there is like an orangey characteristic to it. I don't know if there's orange in this, but it's quite creamy and jammy all at the same time. I'm not really getting ginger spice in this, but it's almost like just like juiced ginger. That's really good. There is like a slight like leathery quality to it. Now that frog jam is stuck in my head, and I love frog jam. The first time I ever tried it was in Asheville, North Carolina, when I lived there, and I actually created a cocktail with frog jam, and it was called The Fundamentals of Being Froggy. It's buttery. I know it sounds weird, but there's also like a booziness to it. Almost like an aged rum, like a really nice aged rum with a little bit of spice. Not a whole lot of spice, but there is a nice spicy characteristic, and I wonder if that's coming from ginger. But it's very creamy, but more like buttery. I know it sounds weird, but it's really good. I'm getting like dark fruits, like jammy dark fruits. like tart dark fruits. But there's like a nice sweetness with it, almost like honeycomb. And it's quite earthy as well. It's raw. Very buttery. And now that it's, you know, kind of drying down just a little bit, that initial blast is gone. Now it's kind of reminding me of like a hot buttered rum without the spices. I almost get like some coumarin and a little bit of like a ginger quality. Now the oud in this is a lot sweeter. It's like a sweet musky oud. That's really good. There's a really nice aromatic quality to this. Man, and that honeycomb, or maybe just raw honey, it's becoming more predominant. It's a little waxy, but it's very buttery. Like, how the heck is it so buttery? It smells kind of like butter. If anything, it reminds me more of cognac or rum. Like a jammy butter with a nice booziness to it. But there's definitely some sort of booze in here. Maybe cognac, possibly rum. Could even be whiskey. But I'm not getting whiskey. Wow. Okay, so the oud in this is nice and sweet. There is a little bit of funk to it. But it's more like a musky funk. And I'm really enjoying this. Like I said, James Barry is doing some really special things over there with TVSGA Parfums. Now, he is a YouTuber, and he's had a channel for some time now, Mr. Niche Guy. And when I heard that he was going into creating his own fragrances, I wasn't really sure. He's quite eccentric with his reviews, and he loves his niche fragrances. His creativity really shows in his fragrances. Pop is, you know, in my top 10 niche fragrances of 2021. I also have Shirley, which is a phenomenal green fragrance. And then I have Pillow Lips, which is more like a mass-appealing, very unique, kind of powdery, beautiful, like date night fragrance. This one is a little bit more challenging than the other three that I own, but in a good way. Like the oud, there's almost like a nice creamy, dry sandalwood or some sort of white woodiness. It's blended very well to where I can't really pick out a whole lot of the notes. There's almost like a honeysuckle vibe going on. That's really good. That is really good. Now, TVSGA only makes 30 mLs. You can go over to his website. You can actually get samples of these. I believe he does like 9 or 10 mLs. And also you can join his Patreon. And if you join his Patreon, you get a bunch of perks. You get a bunch of benefits. I actually have not joined his Patreon yet, but I think I'm going to now. Because he releases fragrances first to the Patreon, and then he releases them to Lucky Scent. Now the reason I picked this up, it's $210 for a 30 ml. It's very expensive. It's very expensive. There's only 50 of these that he made on the first run. So I wanted to get in on the first run and have something special from TVSGA Parfums. And I think this is very special, very unique smelling. Never smelled anything like this. It's starting to get a little bit spicier. There's a little bit more of that oud is becoming quite woody, but it's like I said, a sweet, musky oud. Maybe some benzoin in it, but that honey is still there, and it's becoming more and more like this buttery rum and oud. It's really cool. It's really good. It's got a nice tartness to it, and a nice sweetness flowing through it as well. Slightly spicy. It's really good. Now with TVSGA Parfums, a little goes a long way. I know a 30 ml, it doesn't seem like a lot. But James is trying to create a brand, which he's already done, and he's trying to help it grow and help it thrive. So $210, yeah, it's expensive. But I like to support the little guys. I support tons of local businesses here in Chattanooga and the surrounding areas because I believe in them. And I believe in TVSGA Parfums, just like I do with a lot of indie niche brands. His creativity definitely shines in his fragrances. And being self-taught, and you know, I'm sure he's gone through some classes and really dived deep. He seems like that kind of guy that really, once he puts his mind to something, he goes all in. And it shows. It shows in all of the creations and all the art that he has created with XXX Parfums. I will leave a link in the description down below where you guys can go and check out XXX Parfums. Get yourself a sample or a decant of any of his fragrances and check them out. See for yourself. I highly recommend starting with like Pop or Shirley or Pillow Lips. This is a little bit more challenging, and I don't know if he's going to be doing samples of this because it's such a limited run. For the first run, I think in 6 months he's going to have another batch come out. But yeah, I'm thoroughly impressed and think this is really unique. I think this smells awesome. Does not smell like anything I've ever put my nose on. And again, I'm going to support Mr. Niche Guy because he's doing something special over there. That's it, guys. That is my first impressions of XXX Parfums XXX or 30. I think it's an awesome fragrance. I'm not really going to give it a rating as of yet just because, you know, I'm going to do a further test drive with it. If you want me to do a full review of this or any of the XXX Parfums, you let me know in the comments down below. But that is it for me today, guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. If you enjoyed today's episode, then do me a favor. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And always remember, you are stinking beautiful. And until next time, happy scent trails.